Hey everyone, in today's video I want to go over the new Hotfix 1.1.2 for the First Descendant. They changed the loot filters to be more precise now. If you select your weapons, reactor or external components, you'll see at the bottom they've changed it to bulk exclude junk filter. If you select this, you'll see that your settings have changed. For weapon tier you want to select ultimate or higher. For the weapon level, you want to set it to 100, and weapon with enhanced unique ability, you want to set to exclude. Those are the settings for your weapons junk filter, and then you just want to select apply, and then whenever you designate all as junk, it'll select all your purples, and then you can just dismantle as junk. Now for reactors, if you select reactor and select bulk exclude junk filter, you want to set your reactor tier to ultimate or higher, reactor level to 100, and enhanced reactor to exclude junk, so you don't accidentally dismantle your reactor. Then for option filter settings, you want to select use for exclude all designated options for dismantling, the number of matched options to exclude. You can select between 1 or 2 stats that you want. And then for the excluded option tiers, you want to have this set to dismantle, then you click apply. This will now allow you to dismantle all of your reactors, and it will exclude the upgraded ones. If I change this to include, it will let me dismantle my upgraded one. I don't want to do that. But for the demonstration, if say for instance I'm farming for an electric skill power boost with additional attack against the Order of Truth, I will go to the detailed options settings, I will find electric skill power, and I'll set this to ultimate or higher. If I'm wanting the gold stat, then I'll set the Order of Truth to gold as well, because I want the gold stat. Click apply, and you'll notice that the reactor does not get dismantled. If say for instance I have this on dismantle anyway, and I have only 1 enabled, and I have this setting exclude even if 1 is included, the reactor won't get dismantled. It'll only get dismantled if you have the stats on dismantle. And if you want 2 specific stats, you can enable excluded if 2 or more are included. You can select your skill power boost ratio and Order of Truth, and this will only keep the reactor if it has both stats on it. Obviously if you don't want a perfect reactor, you can set this to normal or higher, so that it keeps all blue, purple and gold stats of the stats that you're wanting to farm. But for the settings, ultimate tier or higher, level 100, exclude junk, use this option, then this is specific to you. If you only want 1 stat or both stats, exclude option tiers, set this to dismantle. Then you can go through the detailed option settings and pick the stats that you're wanting on your reactors whenever you're farming reactors. Now for your components, you want to set the external component tier to exclude a rare or higher. External component level, set this to 100. External components with set effects, you want to include because you're not keeping all your sets. Like for example, if I was farming an annihilation memory, I'm not going to keep every single memory, I just want the ones with certain stats. The exclude all designated options for dismantling, you want to set to use. And the number of matching options to exclude, you want exclude even if only 1 is included, or exclude even if 2 is included. This basically means that it will keep the component if it has 1 stat, or you can set it to 2, so it will only keep the component if it has 2 stats. For exclude option tiers, you want to set this to dismantle, and this will allow you to select which ones you want, and it will change the custom settings. The reason we set this external component tier to rare or higher is because you can also farm set bonuses on purple gear. If you don't care about purple gear, you can obviously set this to ultimate or higher, so that you can only keep ultimate components. This option is entirely up to you. But say for instance, if I'm wanting a tomb guard with down but not out, these are the settings that I would use, and I would select down but not out and set it to ultimate or higher, and then click apply. When I dismantle all as junk, this does not get selected, but if I set this to ultimate or higher, it will get selected. This is just a preference if you're farming for purple stuff. Another thing is the number of matching options. So if I set to excluded if 2 or more are included, this basically means that if it doesn't have 2 stats on it, it will get dismantled. So this is yellow down but not out and blue module drop rate. So down but not out duration, ultimate or higher, is what I want to keep, and then module drop rate, you set this to normal or higher, and this will stop me from dismantling it. Now personally, the stats that I would want to keep are MP recovery in combat, ultimate or higher, max HP, MP recovery out of combat, max shield, shield recovery modifier, MP recovery modifier, defense, and max MP. And this is how I would set it up, because I only want ultimate tier stats, and I want the components to obviously have both stats on them. I don't care if the component has only 1. And then if I'm ever farming for purples, I would set the top one to rare or higher, but if I don't care about the purples, then I would set it to ultimate or higher, and it would only let me keep the ultimate tier ones. This is the same with reactors as well. So if I'm farming for a reactor, I would obviously pick 2 stats down below. Say for instance I want crit rate and crit damage for the reactor I'm farming for that week. I would then set these 2 stats, and it will dismantle everything apart from the ultimate reactor with these 2 stats on it. If you found the video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, it really helps the channel a lot. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.